Welcome to another Devil's Due movie review. Last night, I went and saw Argyle. It was date night, and I thought it would be a fun movie. Apparently, critics, though, disagreed. Before going to the theater, I just glanced at Rotten Tomatoes. 35% critic score, 65% user score. And then when I woke up this morning, I checked the user score again, and it's gone up to 71%. So apparently, most people that see the movie like it, but the critics, for some reason, are hating on it. I made up my own mind last night, checked out the movie, and this is what I have to say about it. Directed by Matthew Vaughn, who is responsible for The Kingsman. It's another spy thriller, strong sense of humor. So if you've seen The Kingsman, you kind of know the tone that you're going to get. This isn't going to be a serious Jason Bourne-like spy movie. This is going to be a fun, exciting, laugh out loud kind of spy movie. And that's exactly what I got when I went to the theater. Henry Cavill and John Cena play spies that are characters within a book written by Bryce Dallas Howard's character. And this isn't spoilers, all this is given away in the trailer. Apparently, what she's been writing in her spy novels is actually happening in the real world. And now, competing people want to catch her to see if she can help them in their endeavors. Sam Rockwell shows up as a spy trying to protect her, and he claims to be the character she's writing about, even though he looks nothing like Henry Cavill. By the way, Henry Cavill has possibly the worst hair in this movie, but that's neither here nor there. Sam Rockwell and Bryce Dallas Howard are evading the bad guys. I mean, it's a spy movie, so there are lots of twists and turns, and who's really the bad guy, who's on whose side, who's a traitor. Just lots of plot twists. When I mention strong sense of humor, the movie starts off pretty silly and gets progressively goofier until at the end it is absolutely like a live action cartoon in parts. And maybe that's what some of the critics had problems with, because it definitely went off the rails, was very over the top, very silly. But was it a good time? Yes, it was. Everyone in the theater seemed to be enjoying themselves. I, outside of being too silly, I've also seen some of the critics complain too many plot twists, hard to follow. Okay, I didn't have any problem keeping up with it, and a couple of people I talked to after the movie didn't either. So that's, I don't know. Are critics dumb? Possibly. Outside of that, the movie does have a couple of negative points I wanted to bring up. The biggest one to me was actually some of the digital effects looked not quite there. Um, Slightly higher budget, maybe they could have cleaned up those effects, but I don't know if budget really matters when it comes to digital effects, because Disney has huge budgets and some of their Marvel CGI has been questionable. One of the strongest points of the movie was the editing. Henry Cavill's character is the book character, and Sam Rockwell is an actual spy. There are fight scenes where Sam Rockwell's fighting some henchmen, and Bryce Dallas Howard will blink and it'll suddenly become Henry Cavill fighting the henchman. And the edits are so well done and so seamless. They would have had to film every fight scene twice and perfectly mimic it the second time. And that was just impressive to me. It flowed very well. It didn't look like things got out of sync or were jarring. On top of that, speaking of the editing, um, it has a different feel and pacing than an Edgar Wright movie, but there were moments in the movie where I felt like the editing contributed to the joke in an Edgar Wright like manner. So there would be things happening in parallel that were very similar and cutting back and forth between them. It was flawless and funny. So kudos to the director, kudos to the editor. All that stuff was extremely well done. And when you watch the first big fight scene on the train, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, Outside of that, uh, the cast is packed. You've got, I mentioned Henry Cavill, John Cena as fictitious versions of actual spies. There's Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard as the two main characters. It also has Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, Samuel L. Jackson, and it has a small part by Dua Lipa, the singer, and she actually acquits herself very well. Interesting movie, a lot of fun. If you need a date night, something not too heavy that you just want to laugh at and enjoy, I can't recommend Argyle enough. Oh, and if you have a cat lover in your household, they're going to love this movie because there's a very prominently featured cat just through the whole thing. But this was a good movie. Thumbs up, two thumbs up. Don't take it seriously. Just go in, have a good time, laugh at it. Like, keep making bets with yourself on how far they're going to take a gag or something like that. And you'll enjoy yourself. Till next time.